Are you on Facebook? That's the question most people are. They've announced yesterday it was renaming its parent company to Meta. So I don't think they're renaming Facebook Meta, a MetaBook or whatever it would be, or MetaFace. It also gave a sneak peek at some new tech that wouldn't look out of place in an episode of Black Mirror. Its new project, Cambria headset, will transport people into the metaverse, a virtual online universe where we can socialise, work and meet other people from across the globe. And you can see here, it's basically our lives online. How boring is that? Why would you want to just put the headset on and go nowhere? We'll all end up really fat. I'm joined by our futurist and chairman of the Futures Forum 2030, Mal Fletcher. Mal, welcome to the programme. What do you make of this?
Hello, Nana. Great to speak with you.
Hello.
Yeah, look, it's not a new idea, actually. It's been around for a long time, this metaverse idea. I think Facebook would love to claim that it invented it. It didn't. It basically, as you suggested, means a future version of the internet. It starts with 3D virtual spaces. You and I could get together in a virtual room using virtual reality tech. And as the tech becomes more sophisticated, we could feel like we're in the room together. But it goes further than that. It's a kind of unifying application of the entire internet, drawing together all things digital, from artificial intelligence to cyber currency to games to augmented reality and more. And its starting point might be what you were showing in that clip, the sort of sociable media, which is the next iteration of social media. So I think it's going to turn the internet experience into a much more immersive one, but that will multiply its impact, both positive and negative at the same time.
It's a bit like Total Recall, isn't it? When he went on that trip, he put that, you know, and he was it real, wasn't it real? Do you not think people are going to start to get confused with what is real and what isn't real?
Well, they may do. I have other concerns about it too, relating to data collection and the way that it affects our thinking, our brains. Neuroscientists have warned us for a very long time now that our heavy engagement with digital tech may actually be rewiring our brains, so that instead of using reason and logic when we communicate, we tend to become more hyper-emotional in the way we talk to each other online. Facebook's own research into social media finds that, you know, messages get more eyeballs when they provoke anger more than empathy. And people today often prefer hot responses to more calm and measured ones online. So imagine how much greater that problem might be if we supercharge our internet engagement with this much more immersive metaverse idea.
The other thing is, as you said, I mean, the reality is you don't feel the comeback, do you? Because it's not real, really, in your head. You're just working with something that doesn't really exist, but it does. When you say meetings and stuff, could this be how COP26 could have perhaps been done, instead of them all flying there on private jets?
Yeah, well, it's one of the positive sides of this kind of technology is cutting down carbon emissions with business conferences, political summits and so on. The other one is increasing collaboration, where people can much more readily swap ideas in a much more almost physical way to solve global problems. But one of the other challenges I've looked at in our research is what we call shallow think. Studies show that largely because of the way we multitask online, which will increase with the metaverse, we tend to think broad and shallow rather than narrow and deep. So we know a little about a lot rather than a lot about a little. And we don't specialize as much as we once did, and yet specialists are still very important. And there's also the issue, by the way, of confirmation bias, which has become huge during COVID-19. When we go online, we know algorithms and bots guide us to information and experiences they think we'll like based on our previous data. But when it comes to ideas and issues, that means we can find our horizons shrink. We keep reading more and more opinions that align with our own. We don't grow, we don't learn. And that's why conspiracy theories are so big today. And I think that could get worse with the metaverse if it's not handled correctly.
And also, well, there's somebody else in control of it as well. Thank you so much, Mal. It's really good to talk to you. That's Mal Fletcher. He's the Futurist Chairman 2030. Right, let's talk